marriages, ruin your opportunities at a successful job, life.
Awesome.
So, as you guys can see, over in Idaho, things are really strict when it comes to the herb. There's no medical, there's no rec, they're just fully against it. And in today's episode, we're going to literally hop over to one of the strictest states in Idaho and see what we got going on down there. Because it seems that it may be changing in the future. A few groups are petitioning for change. And we're also going to have a look at the mandatory minimum sentencing, which is going through the state house right now. But first off, let's ask the question, is herb legal in Idaho? No, it's not legal in Idaho for any use whatsoever. No medical, no rec. Idaho's laws are among the strictest in the United States. So that got me wondering, how strict is strict? Let's have a look, just like what we do with some of the other states. Let's break it down in detail. 3 ounces or less, that's a misdemeanor, incarceration for a year, maximum fine of $1,000. But anything over 3 ounces is a felony, 5 years, and $10,000 fine. Now when it comes to distribution, sale, or delivery, those are also pretty hefty charges. They're all felonies ranging from 1 to 5 years incarceration and up to $50,000. Now as you guys can see right here, there are mandatory minimum sentences, and we will get into that in a bit. But when it comes to cultivation, if you're growing out in Idaho, it's an automatic felony, and the charges can range from 1 year to 5 years and up to $50,000. Now what I found pretty interesting is that they actually had a miscellaneous section which says use or intoxication in public, that's a misdemeanor, 6 months, $1,000. So intoxication in public, does that mean that if you're just stoned in the grocery store looking at some munchies to buy, that you're gonna get hit with a fine and thrown in jail? Sounds pretty crazy to me. But how would they even know? Like, if you're not smelling, you brush your teeth and stuff. I don't know. So things are really strict out in Idaho. I remember a while back there was actually a company which was sending flour from one state to another, if I'm not mistaken. And I think there was a truck with 7,000 pounds of herb in there.
Oh, Idaho, that state in that state?
Literally seized that truck, and the Colorado-based company was suing, claiming that it was hemp, and that whole thing led to a lawsuit. And actually coming out of that lawsuit, it actually led to a bill which was proposed down in Idaho, which gave police equipment to distinguish between marijuana and hemp. So let's go ahead and have a look at that.
Nah, y'all need to go ahead and have a look at both his YouTube channels. Shout out to the big homie Matt. Y'all know he completed his law degree, so he now has his legal channel that he's trying to promote, to where, you know, you see he coming with the A game on the information for you. So y'all know to go digging out over there on both his channels, because you can see his grows and stuff on the other channel. And I appreciate him being over 100,000 subs and starting a new channel, because, you know, that's a smart play. That's why I just went ahead and started 4 from the beginning. I'm running 3 of them now, but I got that one tucked up, so when I'm trying to get back into some other stuff, you know, I'll get into it one of these days. Y'all need a role model. I might show y'all something about that.
Lee, if you recall, back in January, state police seized nearly 7,000 pounds of what they say is pot. The owner of the shipment says the plants are hemp. One problem, ISP doesn't have the equipment to tell the difference. In this case, troopers had to send a sample of the plants all the way to a crime lab in Kentucky to make a final determination. And now lawmakers are hoping to get that same equipment here, saving authorities both time and money.
Kentucky.
As we look at
right here to Missouri, they tripping.
Things that happen that we need to address in our current fiscal year, this seemed to be one of those emergencies.
Colorado,
Republican Senator
any of the states right there by
of a bill that would give Idaho State Police $240,000 for equipment that can differentiate between pot and hemp.
They don't even have legal weed in Kentucky.
The bill recently passed the state Senate unanimously.
Currently, our state lab can only determine whether or not a product has THC or not. And so we can't tell percentages. And hemp is defined at the federal level as 0.3% THC or lower. So everything under our state lab testing is marijuana.
Hemp was declared legal under federal law with the passage of the 2018 Farm Bill. Still, hemp is not legal in Idaho. Other states like Oregon and Colorado have aligned their state laws with federal laws. Lawmakers like Lee and Republican Representative Scott Simey say Idaho should follow suit.
Most states are looking at conforming with that federal designation. We have a couple of pieces of legislation. We have a piece of legislation that's been proposed but has not made its way through to conform with the federal Farm Bill. But currently, any level of THC is illegal in our state.
And the current bill wouldn't change that. It would pay for testing equipment in Meridian, Coeur d'Alene, and Pocatello crime labs.
What we're trying to do is just get ahead of the game, because This is an interstate commerce issue now, and so we needed to give the state police some tools to help deal with that issue.
When we have stops